about it. And therefore, all these initiatives are of incredible importance. The other thing which I think is great about this workshop is that it's this international collaboration. I've myself always been focused on Indonesia, but by Ria's presence at the Van Vollenhoven Institute and her establishing the Indo-Dutch Center of Climate Change Law, um, she actually brought a new uh, a new region into our scope, into our perspective, and I'm very happy for that. And I also think that fostering the collaboration between countries like India and Indonesia would be most helpful, and that the Netherlands, where I'm based, is a very small country in Europe, can also draw benefits from. So whatever I can contribute to that, I'm happy to do. Um, uh, we should also be grateful for the opportunity that modern technique offers us in the form of a webinar, where in the past we would have to travel far to be able to connect. I think that is still something really important, and we still need to do that. But this webinar has demonstrated once again to me how valuable uh, the possibility is to have a hybrid or a digital seminar or a series of lectures and discussions hosted in this manner. For myself, I want to say that I really learned from the sessions I took part in, and I even met some people who are based in the Netherlands, whom I never would have met otherwise. So this is also one of the great strengths of Ria Memon, who is managing to bring together people, also even within my own institute, who are now taking climate law more as a focus and who are getting more interested in taking initiatives within the university, and also connecting people within Leiden University who work on this issue and who now collaborate. Being able and being allowed to do that together with Indian partners is a privilege and something I'm very grateful for. I should also say that the lectures were about very different topics, very different things brought in very different perspectives. But what I understood of it, as I couldn't participate in most of them, but I heard from others that um, despite the variety of perspectives and topics that were addressed, there was a clear common denominator, and that in fact the whole course spoke to one another. Of course, it's up to the participants to consider this and to say whether this was actually the case. But I think we've come a long way into getting something like an integrated course, and I think it will be a major stepping stone for future endeavors in this respect. So I'm very happy with that. I also well, the most important thing I want to say is I want to thank Ria for her incredible energy and all the effort she's put into getting this together. Also on the Dutch side, always in a very nice way, managing to get people to work with her and making everybody feel happy after they've delivered a lecture for which they perhaps had to prepare specifically and for which they didn't have much time given the all the work we have to do in university. But everybody actually enjoys being part of this and think that it's something which is really important. As I said, I learned myself. I learned about projects in this field which I hadn't heard about. It convinced me again of the importance of engaging with this topic, also from the perspective of the institute I'm the head of, where we have been saying for a long time that we want to have more focus on climate change and environmental issues, but where RIA is now basically offering very important support for developing that part of the institute research and stimulating people at this side to engage in this. Going back to the topic, the problems of dealing with an interdisciplinary subject like this are evident, but I think the perspective taken that you you aim at lawyers in the first place. So it's you try to familiarize lawyers with different perspectives, with different ideas, or law students. Is incredibly important and is quite effective. And it's I know myself, having taught interdisciplinary studies for a long time, that it's not easy to do this, but there were so many ways of actually getting law students to engage in a meaningful way with other disciplinary perspectives on climate change, which is something we have to do, because otherwise law as the main regulatory instrument to address climate change issues will just fall short of its objectives. So it is really, really important. Um, uh, I myself am better equipped to teach these subjects now, having had several discussions, and we will continue those discussions. And I'm very much looking forward to the next activities of the center, and I will be very happy to support them and to contribute them. And I want to say how grateful I am for the collaboration with the Indo-Dutch Center, but in particular also with Indian law schools like the government law school. That is a privilege once again, and I'm looking forward to doing together more. And I want to congratulate all the participants of the course on having completed it, and for the insightful remarks they've made and the questions they've asked. So thank you very much once again, and I am happy to hand the floor back to the presenters. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Wagner, for your invaluable perspectives and bridging global knowledge with local action. As we near the conclusion of this ceremony, it's time to formally express our gratitude